Hello everybody, this is Fernando for the all-new Ghost and Horror Stories video. As I mentioned the other day with regards to this all-new playlist, it's just basically reading some of these horror stories, these free horror stories that are found on reddit.com. They have a channel there that's called Free Horror Stories, and I just basically read them here in their entirety. In this case, it doesn't necessarily have to do with a story involving the supernatural or even paranormal, but it is still a pretty creepy encounter that one person had back when they were 16 years of age. And this was posted about 2 years ago there within that subchannel, that Free Horror Stories. I'll include the link for it below. It was posted by a user called Bubble Bus. And in other words, they named the title as the Stalker. So let's go ahead and let's share that video here. And again, you'll get to hear about this very, very creepy encounter that this user had. So here's how it starts. I was 16 and me and my friends, I'll call Evan and Jake, wanted to rent a hotel for the night since it was spring break. We got to the hotel and checked in. It had a really funky smell, but we still stayed there. And once we got to our room, it was about 3 p.m., so we decided to go swimming. The pool was downstairs, departed from the hotel, and once we got to the entrance, there was a man at least 6'3", all black, in other words, all dressed in black, with a hood covering his face, facing us. I panicked a little, but not out loud. And so we got into the pool and swam for a few hours until we saw that man again, all black, sitting on a chair by the pool. I cleared my throat and I asked, can I help you, sir? No response. I still was a little paranoid. And so I put my face in the water, and then there at the bottom of the pool was another figure that was also dressed all in black. I screamed like a little girl and ran for the door. I looked back and saw nothing, not the guy in the chair or the guy under the pool. And my friends thought I was just seeing things, but I saw what I saw as clear as the water itself. I didn't feel like swimming anymore, so I decided to get dinner at a nearby restaurant, and I got a table for me and my friends to sit at. And there I saw, once again, the man all in black on the other side of the dining room, and there he was again, staring at me. I had enough. I went over there, and all of a sudden, I lost track of him, and he took off. After I decided this trip had gone too far and that we should leave tomorrow morning, my friends didn't like that idea, so we stayed. So once it was 10:30 p.m., I and my friends dozed off in the hotel room, and I woke up to some noises. I saw a shadow of a figure at the end of my bed. I calmed myself down and told myself that it was my hat that I had put there before I went to bed. And so I went back to sleep and got woken up again 30 minutes later to some more noises. I was getting thirsty, so I reached under the bed and tried to grab my water bottle, but I grabbed something and I was totally shocked by what I had grabbed. It was my hat. I was not more scared ever more in my life. I couldn't help but to scream at the top of my lungs when I heard a voice next to my ear say, "You're a B word." I jumped out of the bed and realized it was two men in black right there in front of me. I tried to fight them, but it was no use. Once they grabbed me and dragged me out of that room, I tried to scream, but that guy was covering my mouth. I ended up passing out and waking up in a stretcher. It turned out these guys knifed me, and while I was passed out, and somebody ended up catching them. But the doctor said no one could catch the guys who got me. And so to this day, I always have a night light at night, so I'm not scared. And that's essentially how the user ends it with regards to their story from Bubble Bus. So again, a very eerie take when it comes to a hotel encounter, in this case running into not one but two guys that were all dressed in black, one of them mysteriously somehow at the bottom of the pool waiting for that person to look at them at the right moment, and then of course them popping up like magic almost right there at the restaurant whenever that person was there too. The only thing I had a little bit of a question on was towards the end with regards to that person passing out, waking up in a stretcher. It said that someone had caught them, but then it turns out that nobody was able to catch them afterwards. It gave the illusion to me, at least, that it sounded like they were caught, but then they escaped. And then that's why this person still leaves a nightlight on, because to them, they think that maybe something like that could happen to them, even by these same guys as well. But what do you guys think as far as this story? Is this a true story? Is this something that sounds too made up? Let me know as far as the comments below. I would love to hear what your thoughts are with regards to that. And if anyone had any type of encounter like this too, that'd be interesting to hear as well. All right, everybody. Thanks again as always. Take care.